Hey, welcome to Waking Up to Win.
I'm Annie.
And I'm Chad.
And this is your space for real estate motivation, mindset, and the kind of coaching that pushes you from stuck to a top producer.
We are all about helping agents work on their business, not just run ragged in it.
And we believe there is more than enough room at the top for everyone to win.
Let's dive in. Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Waking Up to Win, the podcast. I'm super excited about today's episode. We are going to be talking to somebody who really makes the magic happen around here. You guys have heard her voice before. Her name is Erin Prosperi. She is our producer for this podcast. She also is the executive coordinator for Realty ONE Group Trifecta. And so I'm super excited to talk to her. She does not want to come to this side of the camera at all, and we're all aware of that. But I know that you all are going to love her and support her just like I do, because she's a beautiful human being inside and out, and I can't wait for her to share her story and her insights and her vibe with you. So that being said, Erin, come on over and sit down. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
I'm excited.
Let me get situated.
Let's get situated.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
It's for horses. Okay, so tell them,
Yes.
what do you do here in this podcast room? Let's talk about that first.
Podcast room. I am behind the camera, really just making sure the episode flows.
Mm-hmm.
We're staying on topic. We're not going off on a tangent for too long.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so you do all the behind-the-scenes stuff in here. Push record,
Yes.
play the sound effects, make sure we look good, make sure the
Yes.
lighting's not going out, all that
Yep.
kind of crap, right?
Yep.
And then beyond that, you're also the coordinator or executive coordinator. Tell the kids what that means to you.
To me, I really just, make sure that I'm support system for you and Annie and helping you guys do all the things. Along with the office too, I really just make sure that, the vibe in the office is good, enticing people to come into the office and hang out with us because we are so fun. And yeah, just really, I feel like just making sure everything flows smoothly.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
This is a difficult job with Annie and Chad. I don't know if you've noticed that yet or not.
Well,
but there's not a whole lot of people in the world that would be able to come in like you did 6 months ago and just hit the ground running.
Mm-hmm.
So you're folding right into the team, I think.
I feel that for sure. Everyone has been so welcoming from the get-go. I can't believe it's been 6 months. It's flown by. But I just think it's just because I really do. I have felt part of the team from the beginning. So, yeah.
Well, you and I have been team members for a
Yes.
long time before
Yeah.
you started, so on a personal level.
Yeah.
But I am super excited that you are on the business level now, too, with me.
Yes.
That's so exciting. I have 3 rapid-fire questions for you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask the question. You're going to say the answer. No judgment at all. You know that about me.
Yes.
Even though sometimes it seems like I may be judging, I'm not.
Right.
Right? I'm really just
I know that about you.
curious
Yeah.
what your thought process is more than anything when it seems like I'm judging. So I'm not judging any of these answers. Feel free, speak freely, if you will. What does the signal look like behind the camera when you reel Chad and Annie back in on the podcast? Do it.
I literally do a fishing reel. I'm let's reel it in, guys.
Your
and probably
face,
my face.
Your
too.
face is not smiling
No,
when you
it's
do
not.
that. Seriously,
I
just
know.
give me the look
It's gonna
right
be
now.
hard.
Forget you're on camera,
Okay.
and I'm over here having my random tangent because I'm
Yes.
learning at the moment.
Or you guys are
And then-
bickering about
Yes.
something.
And then you look at us and you go,
I just reel it
That's
in,
the
people.
look.
Reel it
That's
in.
the look. So now when Annie and Chad stop and redirect abruptly, it's because Erin made that face at us.
Yes.
Now we know. Second rapid fire question.
Okay.
What do you actually do when we're recording?
I sit behind the camera and I'm looking at the headlines that I'm about to share with you guys, making sure what the floop is floopy enough, I guess. I like to keep you guys like off guard. That's when I get the most authentic reaction
Yes.
and like not even really banter, but like a good conversation between the two of you as well. So, reading through the headlines, making sure they're engaging. I'm going to engage the both of you.
Yes.
Try to get both of you to answer. And yeah.
So the headlines,
Yes.
just for the record, Chad and Annie have no predisposed knowledge of that at this point.
No.
They're literally read to us in the moment by you, which
Yep.
sometimes doesn't go very well.
Yes. Yep. We're learning
But
that.
also, I think it's fun, to your point,
Yeah.
to see, that it's real.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
What pre-planning goes into each episode from Erin or from you?
Yeah. So I will go through and I do try to like find a really good what the floop that's catching you guys off guard. That's not something that's been out there for a while that we've used, even like a variation of something that we used. I want it to be something new, which can honestly, that takes a lot of time because we do this every week, sometimes multiple times a week. So I know there's always like new things going on in real estate, but you guys have been in the industry for so long. So to find something that
Not really, but yeah.
trips you up. So, that takes a lot of time. Going through the headlines, that's another thing, making sure it's a topic that we haven't talked about or that's been out there.
It's hard. The news is so boring sometimes.
Yeah. And sometimes it's so negative. So I do try to like throw a little bit of positive in there.
Or Annie will chop your head off if you don't.
I was like, Annie wants positivity, which I totally agree and understand.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Love that.
Oh, also coordinating your guys' schedule. That.
Actually filming the podcast?
Gosh, finding time.
Is that the most difficult part?
1,000,000%.
And it's not because we don't have time to do it. It's just because the shit flies all week long. And like that, it's hard. Like that's why I said it from the beginning. You have the hardest job around. Like, yeah.
Yeah. You guys are running your business. You're running your brokerage. Things pop up. Agents need you. Yeah. And I'll get all that good stuff. So,
quote for the week, motivational quote for the week. You get to react to it this week. Are you so excited? You usually have to sit back there and listen to our opinion of the motivational quote. I'm curious to have your reaction to the motivational quote this week. Success is built in the rooms no one sees.
Yes, because a lot of people will see people become successful, and it to the outsider's point of view, it seems like it's out of nowhere, and no one knows what all the hard work that's going on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
What rooms do you think success is built inside of our brokerage?
Ooh.
Like, where do you think in the agents, what are the agents that you see having success doing behind the scenes that sticks out to you?
So this goes into, even before I got into real estate, I did marketing for real estate agents. Mm-hmm. And so I have been in plenty of real estate offices over the years.
Which credit due where credit's due? What's your degree in?
Marketing.
And it's a bachelor's?
Yes.
Of fine arts?
So mass communications.
Mass communications.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Bachelor in mass communication and marketing.
Yep. And so...
So one could consider you an expert on this question.
Well, I don't know if I would go that far, but...
I would.
Thank you. I'll take it.
I will give you that credit. Go for it.
But it's the people that show up and come into the office. I think that makes a huge difference. I notice, people's business and their success prior to coming into the office and making that kind of a consistency with their schedule. And then them when they continuously show up. That's just like a drastic change. As real estate, agents were self-employed. We can make our own schedule. We can work wherever. That's kind of, the nice freedom about being a real estate agent. You can work from home. You can work from your car. You can work from, while you're on vacation, which tends to when the most work happens. But
I think that I hear people say that a lot. That's
yes.
funny. I always said that too. And then I realized, you know what? I do this work during the week too.
Yeah.
It's just that it becomes part of your lifestyle.
Right.
And so then it doesn't feel like you're working when
Right.
you're really answering text messages and making
Yeah.
phone calls. That's all work
Yeah.
that a realtor has to do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like that during the day because you're not,
It's you. It's your identity.
it's not traditional,
Yeah.
right?
And that's what I've heard is when you've made it or you're an actual genuine real estate agent, you don't differentiate between the two. Like that's just who you are. It's your identity. Like you said, you don't feel like you're working and all that good stuff. But yeah, so I just feel like when you show up and come into the office, it's different. You're focused. You're surrounded by other, dedicated, motivated real estate agents. You can bounce ideas off of each other if you're going through something difficult with the deal. Open communication with the people in the office. So yeah.
I'd agree with all of that. I think that is for sure. Success is definitely built at those desks out there.
Yes.
In this office,
yes.
anyways.
Yeah.
And now you know.
What we want to talk about today is, as the office coordinator, as the executive coordinator, in office team mom, if you will, the fun police, and the true, you're the person that really is the boots on the ground for vibe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said that when you started out. What are some of the things that you've learned from observing and supporting agents that you think would be beneficial for other agents to hear?
That's a good question. The agents who show up in the office and that I see, on a consistent basis, everyone works so different. And I think, and I always talk about that too when I'm talking to other people, like the comparison game, everyone works so different. So you have to find what works for you. But the people that show up consistently, I don't know, they're hard workers. They put in the work. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
Go name those people right now
Yeah,
that show up consistently, right? So we have Jessie, who doesn't come every day,
right?
But she's very consistent.
Yes.
She comes on Wednesdays most of the time, and then one other day that floats usually.
Our morning calls. She's part of our morning calls.
She's always on the morning call.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So work schedule is what I'm hearing you say. Is that fair to say?
Yes. Yeah. Right. That
like
goes
Jessie's
into
working schedule and thought that she's given to that is impressive.
Right.
And is that helping her succeed somehow?
Oh, I would think so. Well, Jessie also, she is a systems person. That is how she works. Whereas you have someone else like Tammy, who is also in the office. She's one of our mentors. She is just hearing her conversations with, clients or someone on the other side. It's just always calm, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out how to word it. It's just how she works is just so different. She's very relationship based and just, she's the mama bear. She's just always
her call sign.
Yes. That's her call sign. But now when she gets off the phone, maybe not as calm, but on the phone where it matters, talking to her clients and the people on the other side, it's just always just calm and collected. And we're gonna figure it out pretty much. You're always tossed some difficult deals, but
so that's what I call introvert versus extrovert, what you were just describing there.
Yes.
Jessie's very much an introverted real estate agent, and Tammy's very much an extroverted real estate agent. And it is interesting to watch the two dynamics play together, but they both have things that they do under those personalities or those character traits that are really successful for them and in that style.
Right.
One of the things that I love about Jessie is her book that she uses to plan her week or win her week or whatever you want to call it. She created her own planning system for her week and for her month and all of that. And it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Well, so Dawn, she's also Dawn, she comes into the office consistently as well. She doesn't say she has a niche yet. But in the 6 months that I've been here, she definitely gravitates and I think has a lot of success with first-time home buyers. And I think that's just kind of the mom in her. No matter who she's working with, she genuinely, we all obviously want the best for our clients. But like she just goes
I mean, we do.
above and beyond. Yeah, we do. Yes.
I agree with you.
Yes.
I'm just saying not the whole world does.
Right. No. Oh no. Yeah. There's agents
Not
out
to
there
disparage any realtors or anything, but
right. Well, there's agents that are in for it for
the money, for the whatever other reason, right?
Yeah. Whereas Dawn, like she just when I say she goes above and beyond, like she goes above and beyond for every one of her clients, no matter like
Girl,
who it
she
is.
represented a client that I refuse to represent.
Right.
So
Exactly.
you ain't got to convince me. First time ever
Yeah.
in 9 years that I've said, nope, can't do it.
Yep.
Sorry. I don't have the skill to do it. I don't have
Right.
the desire to learn the skill to do it. Dawn had that skill naturally, which
Yeah.
is good.
Right.
But yeah, she's amazing.
She got him like under contract and closed like a month after.
Oh yeah.
Like, right. And
Yeah.
that just shows who she is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's awesome. I agree with you on all of that. I do think that a lot of realtors struggle, and you kind of hit on this, a lot of realtors struggle with what they should do.
Yes.
And sometimes I feel really bad because I want to tell you what to do, but I'm also know that I'm not your boss.
Right.
So while I can give you a checklist to do what you say you want to do, you developing and designing that yourself is going to create the most long-term success.
Yes.
So very important to develop those things and remember that and not be frustrated and lean on the people around you. And hopefully we keep that vibe going. Those are all awesome points. And really what I hear at the center of all of that is showing up matters.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what your talents are, what your personality is, who you are. Showing up matters, even if it's for yourself.
Oh, 100%.
And I think that matters more than being perfect.
Yes.
That's a great way to try to summarize what I was just rambling about is that I think I heard you say showing up matters more than being perfect.
You have to start somewhere.
Yeah. Get going. So, speaking of starting places, you and I both know that we record all kinds of crazy shit where we stumble over ourselves and we lose our train of thought because some random noise happened and all of that. So, editing versus real life. I know you don't do the edits, but you see the raw.
Right.
And then send them off to Mandy Holt, who does our editing, and then you get back the finished, and then you cut social media clips out and post them to our social media. So what is the funniest thing about that process? Because nobody else is involved in that process. So what goes through your head after you've sent the raw off because you saw what we actually recorded and then it coming back from Mandy?
My first thought is just how put together it is after the fact.
You mean it doesn't happen like that in real life?
No, but that's why I love this job and what I do. It's just I'm going to say chaotic, but in a good way. Yeah. And that's just I enjoy chaos. That's why I have 2 under 2.
That's not why you have 2 under 2, but neither here nor there. Go ahead.
That's why 2 under 2 is fun to me, I guess.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, but yes, that is that's. I don't know. It's fun to see it come together. It's fun to be behind the scenes and help get us to, I guess the end podcast. But yeah, I guess just how put together a nice little bow.
I know, right? The world thinks Annie and Chad have their shit together, and we all back here on this side know the only reason we do is because she's sitting here next to us.
And Mandy Holt and her great editing skills.
Everybody that's on our team is does. I don't know. I can't speak for Annie, but I can speak for myself in saying that, that's important to me because I know I have weaknesses, big ones, and shortcomings, and I need a team around me that can, because somebody told me, it was Annie that told me the quote, but I don't remember who the quote is from, but the most successful people in life apparently surround themselves with people that are smarter and better at the things that they suck at.
Yes. That makes it a good team. That's how you grow.
Right.
And as a person and, and business and all that good stuff. So.
No, I love that mantra and I can't be more thrilled that you have that mantra in your role. So, okay, well, let's move on to what's going on in real estate.
Okay.
Yeah. What is going on in real estate? Did you look up headlines this week?
No, I have not looked up
Come
anything.
on, man. You always look up headlines.
That's my next to-do task.
Are you going to make me look up headlines for this episode?
Yes. The only thing though is, yes, I carry my license, but I'm not like as into the nitty-gritty headlines.
I
So
know.
We'll see. I don't know how I'm going to react.
I know. I don't know how you're going to react
Okay.
either, but
I guess we can try it and see how it goes. Now I'm going to laugh if they're like every other headline that we have talked about on this podcast that you give me trouble about.
Here's the top 3 headlines for the week. Are you ready for them?
All right, give it to me.
They're a surprise.
Okay.
The first one is the top headline that a realtor might be interested in for the week. So realtor interest, industry interests, in other words. The headline is the National Association of Realtors issued an analysis on, quote, the escrow effect, noting that while mortgage rates and principal and interest have been high, rising property taxes and homeowners insurance are significantly impacting overall monthly homeowner costs.
Yeah.
That's your reaction, yeah?
Well, I mean, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Where do you see that at?
So, well, my husband is an insurance broker.
Ah.
So I see that more so on the insurance side.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, there's been a lot of conversations about, you know, homeowners insurance in general, the cost of insurance going up.
Yeah.
You know, it's out of his hands.
Yeah.
But he's having plenty of conversations with his clients and kind of just saying, I mean, that's just, I don't know.
Kind of the shit end
It's
of the
right,
stick,
yeah.
right?
Like it is what it is, as bad as that might sound, but
It is, but it makes me wonder also because, I mean, technically you don't have to have homeowners insurance unless somebody makes you get it,
Right.
which is the loan typically would make you get
Yeah.
it. But it makes me wonder if Fannie and Freddie are going to try to do something to lax those guidelines of how much insurance you have to carry because like just like car insurance, like there's regulations
Right.
as to the minimum that you have to carry and the maximum that you're allowed to have, you know, that kind of thing. So I think the insurance industry in general experienced a massive shakeup right around the same time that the NAR settlement was happening, the
Yeah.
commission's lawsuit settlement,
yeah.
which shook our industry up also.
Well, and I know we're gonna
So,
kind of go on it like
I think we're all
insurance.
kind of like
yeah,
sifting down to the new normal still.
yeah. Well, I know a lot of insurance companies now. Granted, this is just something that I've heard from my husband, but you know, regulations or I guess like, you know, they're getting stricter
Really?
on things. Yes.
Red
so
tape.
yes, exactly. Like
Yeah.
there's more black and white instead of gray. Like, no, this is what it is. I mean, there's companies that he used to write through that, let's say you can't just get car insurance. Like you have to bundle it. Like you have to have car and home, or the companies just won't, you know, write you in insurance in general. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have heard that from our insurance broker that we have here a
Yeah.
partnership with at the office, who incidentally your husband insurance broker is now going to start working with. So that's fun. Neither here nor there. It's just fun. And she has said the same thing. I think that in the insurance industry, about the same time we were going through the commissions lawsuit, it was hard for us to see it because we had a whole lot of dumpster fire going on in our
Yes.
own industry. But that insurance industry had that too. And they had gone for years without verifying any of the facts that they're writing insurance policies on. Well, all of a sudden, when inflation went crazy, they're like, uh-oh, we're upside down.
Condos, HOAs and condos, they were realizing that
And so
their finance could not cover. Yep.
Yeah. And so the insurance companies had to do something or they were
Right.
going to go bankrupt. So they're reacting to that.
Right.
And it sucks. But to your husband's point, kind of is what it is.
Yep.
Right?
It'll become the new norm.
Yeah. Okay. Second headline is about the real estate market.
Okay.
A recent report discusses how 4 years of elevated mortgage rates have dramatically changed the housing market, leading to a sharp contraction in sales, but no broad price correction.
Yeah. I mean, you see that in our market. Now, it's not.
What does that look like to you in our market?
I've seen a slowdown. I was someone that I got my license in 2020 when I mean my first sale it was my in-laws. It was a very nice 3-bedroom, 2 full bath home in St. Peter's. that sold for like, oh gosh, I can't even remember. It was like 67,000 over asking. And I mean, obviously I do my due diligence, but the work that it took to do that in comparison to, when I decided to, take a break from real estate when I found out I was pregnant with my second one. But, I didn't just like put a sign in the yard and like hold an open house. Like it just,
Yeah.
a little bit more effort, which I don't know if that sounds bad on my part.
It
but
doesn't.
Yeah.
I think you suffered from the same. I don't know what the word I want to use is. I'm inclined to call it disorder, but that's right. Like it's not a, I think it's a disorder that realtors who were licensed between 2019 and 2022 never learned how to handle the business in a down market.
And I think that's a great way to put it.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
It didn't have to.
Right.
Right. So it didn't require prospecting and lead generation skills and all of those skills because the leads were falling out of the sky for 3 years. Now, since then, 22 to 26, every year NAR has come out and said, last year was the worst year to be a realtor in 30 years.
Yes.
And then in 25, they came out and said, last year was the worst year to be a realtor in 31 years.
Yep.
And then this year they came out and said, last year was the worst year to be a realtor in 32 years. And of course, they told us that it's going to get better, which I do believe.
I feel that. Like I
feel
really
that.
do. Yeah.
In the market too. But through those years, it really has been for the last 3 years. It's been consecutively and progressively the worst year for sales volume.
Days on market
in the real estate industry.
Price drops.
Yes.
Right.
And then when you couple that in with the dynamic of, okay, we've sold the least amount of houses for the last 5 years, and yet we're still increasing in price.
Right.
It's a really weird market.
It is. Yeah.
Like the median price for a house has grown 5% on average through all of those worst years to be a realtor. So it's really just the realtors that are getting shafted, not the public, not the clients, which is great.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. But
I know. Yeah. The market's,
it's a really weird dynamic. It's all still like, I feel like it's still simmering down from 2020.
And it's more, and I have seen it affect more either the first time home buyer or someone that's older and wants to downsize. Because when you're wanting to downsize, now you're competing with the first time home buyer, and in that price point, that's just when but prices, like you said, prices aren't going down. So for the first time home buyer trying to get into a house, I mean, gosh, what's the median? What is it right now? Isn't it like 360 something?
In our area.
Yeah, in our area. Right. Yeah.
I can't remember what the national average is.
Yeah. Even if you're just like, first time home buyer, that can be a difficult.
Well, and I attended the economic forecast that the association does every year, and we bring in an economist from NAR National to give us the, their outlook on it. Which at the end of the day is worth the paper it's written on. It's just a guess, just like everything. But it is interesting to me, and I always do read it every year because, now they're not always right, which, again, nobody has a crystal ball. Yeah. So realtors, we don't have a crystal ball. Like, I know our clients have gotten mad at us before because they're like, you said the market was. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not God, so I can't control the market.
We don't know what's going to happen in the world.
No, exactly. And so, anyways, that was interesting that in that presentation, this last year was the first year for a long time, like going back, I think he said 50 or 60 years, if memory serves. I'd have to look that stat up to quote it. That new construction, the median sales price for a newly constructed home in the United States was actually lower than the purchase of a used home for the last year. And it may be the first time ever in recorded history.
Heard that too.
It's a very weird dynamic on one hand. But on the other hand, it kind of is like, makes me feel better because new construction, in my opinion, is really the relief that the market needs.
Yes.
We need more housing.
That's the main issue.
Right. We haven't built homes since really 2010 to the level that our population has increased.
Right.
So,
Yep.
so that's a good thing.
Yes.
New homes are becoming more affordable.
Yep.
Kind of,
Yeah.
in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Right? We just got to make sure that the jobs and the wages are
Yeah,
coming in
also
behind those price
exactly.
increases, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and specifically in St. Louis on the market base, it is interesting to me that the migration trends. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Los Angeles is definitely declining, and I
Yep.
find it interesting that a lot of people are moving to St. Louis metro area from
Yeah.
Los Angeles. That's just for me as a, what do you think about that? What's your reaction to that? That the migration trends in the local St. Louis real estate market show net inflows from certain metros like Los Angeles, among others.
Well, and that also makes sense for kind of the actual like St. Louis City and like the St. Louis counties, and why now we have more newer construction out in like Moscow Mills and Wright City because of remote workers. So people that are working from home now, they're able to buy more out in more of those rural areas. I mean, they're getting built up now, but kind of getting away from like the city more into like the rural areas, at least like for our market.
I find it interesting that affordability and climate resilience, but a lot of those darlings that we had from COVID. So we had COVID, and then Austin, Texas, and all of those places went crazy where there was really populated areas like Manhattan, downtown Los Angeles, those types of areas. They all fled from the urban areas because they didn't have to go to work anymore. And most of them lived there because it was close to their work. And now we're seeing the correction for that because, as should have been expected, it's not entirely possible for the entire world to work from home within their own bedrooms. Like humans still have to connect with each other in order to
100%.
produce things in an economy. So it's turning around now a little bit. But those people are not moving back to the urban metros that they came from.
Right.
To typically, so we're getting a lot in St. Louis, according to this report, of people from Austin, Texas, which would be Silicon Valley executives that were tired of living in Silicon Valley. And then we're getting a lot of people from the East Coast as well, like up north of North Carolina, up like New York, Maine, those types of areas. Big influx in St. Louis. So that's an interesting dynamic of the East and West coasts coming to the Midwest right now. And so that is intriguing and exciting to me because that means the market's going to go up. Right? You get new people that have different ideas and different spins on life and stuff like that. And you mix them in with a very steady and consistent market like St. Louis. And it's always a good result. So I'm excited about that. By the way, Annie is just not feeling well today and needed a mental health day. So she is taking a break from the podcast this week, but we've missed a couple episodes. So we decided to do this instead, which I love. Did you find any headlines like that you were going to spring on us or not?
No, that's actually, that's all I need to do after this. Get us ready for tomorrow.
Got it. Well, let's move ourselves on then, shall we? What the floop?
What the floop?
See, isn't there so much pressure trying to find headlines and what the floop, making sure they're good for the episode?
I know. I don't like any of the what the floops we have, so I'm going to ask this question in lieu of what the floop. Okay. Say, what's something that I do on a regular basis that makes you go, what the floop?
Okay. See, the thing is like with you, I'm just used to you. So I'm not as caught off guard as like maybe someone who's not used to you would be.
Okay, go back in your brain to when we first started working together and tell me that moment. I am quite sure everybody that has ever interacted with me has a what the floop moment with me.
Right.
Because they are common. I think very differently than most of the world. So
I don't know why this popped in my head.
Okay, well,
this is a story. No, this is
perfect.
like a story.
Do it.
Do you remember this? It reminds me of, I don't remember what conference it was. Maybe it was the one in Kansas City. This was after a long, day and then evening. Drinks might have been involved. But like we went to Mexican and we were like sitting on the floor at the conference eating cold nachos.
Yeah, we were. Because we were getting ready to go to bed.
I don't know why that popped in my head. Or when I Irish goodbye to you.
Yeah, but you did not get away with that though that night.
I didn't. I tried
but that
so
is,
hard.
So that went through your head because don't you think when you realized that you were sitting on the floor in a conference room eating
like,
cold toddy, you're like,
the-
what the floop has he gotten me into?
Yes, totally. Because
I can see that.
I would have been in bed probably by like 9:00 if we weren't together.
Yeah, but did you have fun?
Oh, it was so much fun.
And did
but
you
instead,
learn things?
It was yes, yeah.
And you tried to Irish goodbye me because you were
did.
done and I wasn't done.
You went outside. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go smoke real quick. I'm like, okay, cool, sounds good.
And
then
she's like, peace.
Bolted up to my room, almost taking my makeup off because if my makeup was off, then I would have been done. So I'm like, sorry, Chad. But it was literally like the sink was running. The hands were about to like take the makeup off.
And
then
your
you called
phone
me,
went and you thought,
I was like, I can't not answer.
what the floop?
He's going to make me go back down, which he did.
It's like the second time we ever hung out too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our origin story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to have fun,
Yes.
especially when it's safe. And it's, we were very safe.
We
We,
were in a
weren't doing anything. We
hotel.
were back where we were
Yeah.
sleeping. Like, so
Yeah.
why not hang out if we have the energy
Yeah.
and get to know each other a little
Yes.
bit better? Like, that's my jam.
Yep.
I love hanging out. I love coming into the office and hanging out and just,
Yes.
but people do that all the time too. I can see it in their minds. Like when I'm just in my hangout observation mode, people are constantly looking at me like, what the fuck's he doing? What is he doing? Why is he just sitting
hanging out.
there? Like,
Yeah.
it's like sometimes it's okay to just sit
It
and think,
is.
people.
Yes.
Like, and
Even though you're in the office, you
and
don't
be
have to
in
like.
the vibe.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
That's why I enjoy coming into the office and we have a good vibe.
You know what we should start doing on this, and I'm having this moment. I can't wait for the next episode. I can't wait to see us grow because that, at the end of the day, is like,
Yes.
I love watching us grow. We've done so much growing in the last 2 years before you even joined us, and then that has just like seriously taken
Since I've
off since you've started.
Yes.
And internally growing, and the realtors are growing and they're learning more and they're learning more quicker and like all of those things. And I love that. But I'm thinking we should transition this What the Floop segment to be all about me in case that's a surprise to you.
Okay.
I mean, I like things to be about me. I don't know if you know that or not.
So what do you mean? How about
I mean,
you?
like you could just think every week, what weird, quirky thing did Chad do? Because I
Okay.
know that I do them. Like, it's not, and I think that people in general, like our realtors and stuff, don't think that I know that I do the things. And I'm like, oh no, I know I was
That's the
doing
thing.
it.
That's
Like,
right. If
and
you
that,
know Chad, he knows. You're very self-aware.
Yeah.
Like you really are. So
anyway, so that would be kind of a
Yeah.
fun little segment for us.
They're-
Is
they're-
like
yes.
instead of it being something somebody posted, it's like something I did that you guys were like, "What the floop?"
Yes.
And I can explain why I did it.
yeah, what was it last week? You were just like, it was just, I don't know, maybe 1:30 in the afternoon. And I like turn around and you're just sitting there crocheting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, okay.
yeah. I was
You're like,
stressed out, and I
was like,
just
you need
needed a minute
let's
to
like, you're
calm
like, I just need a
down,
couple
and
minutes
like,
to calm down, right?
He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm making a pop by for a client.
Yeah.
Like, it's just calming, and it doesn't require my brain, and it's productive, and
Yep.
yeah." But that is exactly what I'm talking
Yes.
about. Like, that would be so fun for me.
Yeah.
To have those.
Well, now I'm gonna
flute
have fun. I have
moments.
to like think of more now, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, well, that's all. What else? What else you got for the kids? I can't wait until next week.
Yeah.
We have some interviews with some rock star agents
Yes.
on the books. Tell us
Yep.
what's coming up with the podcast.
Well, we're just gonna start incorporating more guests. Obviously we love Chad and Annie, but we gotta mix it up a little bit. Trying to grow the podcast. So yeah, we're gonna start incorporating some high producer agents in the area. Not even just agents, vendors too. We have a good relationship with homes.com. We're hoping to get someone in and talk about that. So yeah, just maybe some extra fun guest episodes.
Some little extra fun guest episodes.
Yes.
And me and Annie are getting back on track with our
Yes.
usual weekly. So we're
Yes.
going to enhance the original
Right.
weekly, right?
Yes.
So you can expect that to come back when is our plan to bring that?
I think next week.
Next week
Yeah,
we'll be
next week.
dropping an episode.
Yep.
And the Annie and Chad episodes always come out on what day?
Wednesday at like midnight. So
Wednesday at
technically
midnight.
Thursday
Okay,
morning.
Thursday
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
And then we'll be dropping the special interviews other days of the week.
Right.
If somebody wants to participate with us, because we want that.
Yes,
we want you to
please.
participate with us. What's the best way for them to like get in the system so that you can get them on the calendar and Andy and all that?
So on the Waking Up Twin website, on the contact, there's a form that you can fill out.
Okay.
So, and that will go to like the marketing team because we have a great marketing team behind us. And then, we'll look at our schedules and try to get you booked. But we're
and
always
that
open.
website is wakinguptowinpodcast.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if you're a realtor that's a rock star or you're one that's struggling, we're happy to
Yeah.
talk to anybody. Like we just
Yeah.
want to tell realtor stories and give realtors insight on how to be the best realtor they
Yes.
can be.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see you soon. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Erin, for playing with me today. I had so much fun.
Always.
Did you enjoy being on this
I
side
did.
of the camera?
It was fun. It wasn't as
It wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
So
Ton of fun.
Yep.
Thanks for showing up.
You're welcome.
Always. See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that's a wrap on another week of chaos, closings, and questionable decisions.
If this episode made you laugh, think, or text your real estate bestie like, girl, this is us, do us a favor.
Hit that subscribe button, leave a quick review, follow us on socials, or send us your own unhinged real estate stories. Seriously, we want to share them.
And hey, don't just survive this week. Get out there and build your business.
You've got everything it takes.
We'll be back next week with more chaos and more clarity.
Until then,
Keep waking up to win.